On this episode, we're going to dive into cash flow and add backs, which is a big component in business acquisition. When we're analyzing a business to acquire and the cash flows look a little light from an SBA loan perspective, oftentimes there's add backs. These business owners are pretty good at minimizing their tax consequences, but it makes it very difficult to get the SBA loan through underwriting. But working with an experienced team like myself, we can go through with the banker and we can figure out what we can add back in, which is called add backs, what we can add back in to make the cash flow projections or the cash flow numbers look good from a debt service coverage standpoint. So let's just say, real life scenario, we have a laundromat acquisition. The ladies own the business, the sellers owned it for years and years and years, and now she wants to sell it for top dollar. Well, the numbers on paper that she reports does not justify the loan proceeds from SBA. So the problem is that we can't get SBA financing. However, if we can paper trail some of the add backs, she's running 2 of her cars through the business, and you don't need a car, there's no delivery. She's running her children's expenses. She's paying them a salary and they don't work in the business, right? Those are add backs that once we take over on the acquisition side, we're not going to incur those costs. So that's what we have to do. Oftentimes we have to get on with the seller, with their CPA. We have to somehow document this, but we're able to do this and close the deals that some banks just flat out turn down because they're not willing to do the work. But there are banks out there that we work with that can get these type of deals done. Anyways, now to the episode. See you on the inside. Welcome to the Investor Financing Podcast, the show where we dive deep into the world of business acquisition and financing. I'm your host, Bo Eckstein, and today we'll be discussing a crucial figure that plays a significant role in buying small businesses: annual cash flow. This number holds immense importance as it directly influences the asking price of a business and the profitability it can generate for buyers. In fact, getting this number wrong can quickly bring the SBA loan underwriting process to a halt. But fear not, today we'll explore how professional business brokers and advisors can guide sellers and buyers in accurately evaluating annual cash flow, including the add backs allowed during due diligence and the SBA loan process. Remember, this process also involves a third-party evaluation, an essential step when securing an SBA loan for business acquisition. Why is this annual cash flow so critical? Well, both lenders and you as a prospective buyer want to ensure there are sufficient funds from cash flows to cover the lender's repayment, the debt service coverage ratio we talk about often, and still leave ample money for you to live on and cash flow.
Are you trying to escape the W-2 rat race? Or have you always wanted to own your own business? Have you ever thought about owning a franchise? If so, FranUniversity.com can help. Our training program teaches you everything you need to know about franchise ownership, from choosing the right franchise to launching and running your business. We have the resources and specialists to help you from A to Z. You'll gain the skills and knowledge you need to succeed as a franchise owner. The best part, it's free to join. Go to FranUniversity.com.
Let's dive into some typical financial add backs that are commonly used to compute annual cash flow. Owner's annual salary, the salary the owner pays themselves from the business. Annual net income, the business's net profit after all expenses. Owner's pension contributions made by the business towards the owner's pension. Owner's health insurance premiums, the cost of health insurance paid by the business for the owner. Amortization, spreading out the cost of intangible assets over time. Depreciation, accounting for the decrease in value of tangible assets. Expense, loans taken out specifically for business acquisition, rent, mortgage payment, if the business includes real estate that's being acquired as well. These are all add backs. One-time business expense, an annual expense that won't occur for the new owner. Salary expense of family members, expenses related to family members who don't actively work in the business. Remember, these add backs help provide a clearer picture of the true cash flow potential of the business. However, it's essential to work with a professional during this evaluation process to ensure accuracy. Apart from add backs, lenders and buyers also pay close attention to the historical trend of annual cash flows. Is the cash flow staying steady, decreasing, increasing? These trends play a significant role in the underwriting analysis conducted by banks and lenders. Alongside approximately 31 buyer-seller factors, they determine whether the deal is creditworthy for an SBA loan. Many factors. In summary, annual cash flow is a key figure that both lenders and buyers focus on when evaluating the financial viability of a business acquisition. It impacts the asking price, debt service coverage ratio, loan proceeds. Understanding add backs and historical cash flow trends is essential to navigate the SBA underwriting process successfully. So I hope this boring episode, but important episode, hits home, because you're going to look at a lot of these Main Street businesses that are doing 1 million or less typically in top line revenue, and you're going to see you're going to see unsophisticated bookkeeping. You're going to see a lot of expenses running through that aren't really the business expenses, because the owners are trying to save on their taxes. And so being a good detective and sometimes having to dive a little bit deeper is going to get the SBA loan approved. Some banks will stop and they're not going to help you dive deep into the add backs. But that's what we do. We help you. We get in, we work with the banker, we work with you, and we figure out how to make the deal work, what we need to document to get these add backs in to show that the cash flow is really there. They're just hiding the money, basically. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this episode of the Investor Financing Podcast. If you have any SBA questions or commercial financing questions, feel free to book a call below, and we'll see you on the next episode. Hey guys, Bo Eckstein here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.